Okay, it's July 26th, about 0645. I'm waiting for that gas dock to open at 0700 because I am planning to go to Erie, PA today, which is 55-60 miles away. Good news is there's a high pressure system in the area. Bad news is there's a high pressure system in the area, meaning I'm going to have to motor. Take a look at this vessel. This is a story. Yesterday, a fishing vessel came in, got caught by the wind. They were getting blown into my stern. Guy went to save the day, fell in the water at the stern, and unwisely he held onto the boat, meaning he was dangerously close to the prop and he should have just jumped away from it and got away from it. In the process, they hit this thing when the captain panicked and gunned it. So look at that. Did they report that? No. High pressure system has sat in. Right now, we got some like northwest winds blowing at about 5. And I have 52.7 nautical miles to go to Erie, PA. It's tempting to hoist. But I know better. I'd be doing all of 2 knots right now. And it's still early. I have a feeling that throughout the day, they're just going to get even lighter. I see some patches out there too. Never good to see patches. So just watch this segment over and over and over, and that'll be the rest of my day. It's going to be motoring. I'm 95% sure of that. I still think it's going to lighten up more, but I might as well get some sailing in before it does, if it does. Oh, that's much nicer. And I'm over 3. I can do that for a while. As a man that likes to be alone with his thoughts, sometimes I hate being right. And right now is one of them. I have waited that 30 minutes and I've dropped below 2 knots under Genoa alone, which means hoisting that main would have been for naught. It's time to motor. Damn it. So I find if you have to motor, it's best to get away from the motor. So I'm on the bow, looking at my muddy anchor, soaking in the rays and enjoying this beautiful day. Winds have picked up from astern to about 10, and I'm under sail. Ah! What a lovely day this is turning out to be. I can do this for a while, listen to some podcasts, get caught up on life back in the States because I've been out of contact. Hey Jim, did you hear that? Told you I use this all the time, buddy. So that is a system my buddy Jim made to keep me alert when I'm out here all alone. It's set for 20 minutes. That's because it's kind of how long it would take for a freighter to sneak up on you. You can set it for 20 up to 60 minutes. I use it when I'm sailing alone just because it's easy to not pay attention when you're traveling 60 miles in a day. So it helps me keep my focus and make sure I'm occasionally taking a good look out. In the middle of the lake, it's not so worrisome. As I'm nearing shore here, I need to be paying attention a little bit more. Alrighty, it is 15:45 and look at that. That's some beautiful 10 to 15 from astern. Blowing me nicely at 3.5 knots under Genoa alone. Less than 1 foot waves. Absolutely gorgeous. So gorgeous that I got the teak oil out. Oil my teak, which desperately needed to be done. Got 17 nautical miles to go to the entrance of Presqu'île Bay. No hurry. Part of me thinks I should just keep going, but nah, I love anchoring in there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, it's 17:45. It's been lovely sailing these last 13 to 15 miles or so. Got 10 miles to go. Winds are starting to die a little bit. I'm falling below 3. So I'm going to say it's time to furl and motor the last 10 miles in. I love anchoring in there. I want to enjoy the sunset. And relax a little bit before I figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. Alright, it's 19:30. I'm 1.83 nautical miles away from the beginning of the canal into Presqu'île Bay at Erie, PA. So I believe that is the finish line for the Lake Erie Solo Challenge. May have been the last time I've been here. Bringing back a lot of memories as I enter Presqu'île, and the Bay at Erie. If I recall correctly, Jim is standing right over there to my left as I finish the Lake Erie Solo Challenge. It was a surprise to see him and very welcome. feeling it. It is 2010 and I'm officially in the bay. Joy. Okay, on my port is lovely Erie, PA. They do have a wonderful waterfront. And a beautiful bay. And look at this. It's going to be a lovely night. Okay, it's 20:45. I've dropped anchor. She's responding how she should be responding, pointing dead into the wind. So that's good. I'm gonna have a beer and a bourbon, go to bed after sitting out here for about, I don't know, an hour doing anchor watch. One of my favorite things to do. Actually, I do kind of like it. I got another fireworks display. How cool is that? Well, there's living a dream in a marina, which was not the plan. I woke up this morning. The battery was almost pretty low. Went to start the engine, not enough juice in the battery. So used the other battery. Let it run for about an hour. Turned it off, waited for a while, maybe another hour. That battery got low again. So that told me it was time to get new batteries. So I come in here. Fortunately, they had a slip for me, which is abnormal. You can tell they're not used to transients, but it worked out. And, you know, I had an Uber to the one store that had a battery or two that I could use. Called AutoZone. They didn't have what I needed. So, weren't the batteries I wanted, but I wanted AGMs, but these are lead. So at least I have two new batteries. Winds picked up a lot last night. 15 to 20. At least 10 to 15. I was pretty worried about the anchor, so I didn't sleep well. But it held. Not a problem. Which was odd because it was really easy to weigh. So, this did his job. Look at this entrance. As I was motoring up and down the coast here trying to find a place to dock at, that did not look all that enticing to me. And there's the fuel dock. Lovely. And just another look at the pretty nice marina. All right, it's 06:55. I think it's the 29th. Leaving Presqu'Île, Erie, PA. Not sure of my plans yet, but I think I'm making a run for home. It's 89.3 nautical miles. I was going to stop in Ashtabula and Fairport, but the weather ahead doesn't look great. So this is my weather window. The Lake Erie forecast is favorable. South winds today, clocking to north and back to south. They're actually a little stronger than they're supposed to be right now. I got this cut up here, so I'm going to stay in the main until I'm out into the open waters. Alrighty, I'm kind of entering the cut now. It's a little farther ahead, but I'm feeling the effects. I was sailing at 425, and there's been enough wind blockage that I'm down to 3.15. I don't think I'm going to get backwinded or anything like that. Just hope it'll just probably be slow and I can putz my way through there. But I do have the engine running just in case I need it. It's always prudent. All right, I'm definitely in the cut now. Been a lot of fishing boats leaving. Right now it's clear behind me. That's good. I do not need wakes right now. Another reason to have the engine on right now is you could have possible current coming in, which would also mess you up. With the south wind all night, I doubt that's the issue, but you never know. Up to 2.6. One more tree blocking the wind. That should be golden. Come out. Gonna have to do a jibe at some point. So I'll wait till I get on a port tack before getting the head sail out. Not noticing any current, up to 2.9. I'm feeling confident enough to do this. Save on that petrol. And now the breeze picking up. I'm up 3.2. I am out of the canal, so it's time to start figuring out my route home. Off in the distance are a couple sailboats that clearly anchored up for the evening. Interesting spots to pick, but I kind of get it. A little bit more less crowded out here than in the bay with all the fishing boats and power boaters going by. This is an interesting view. I don't think I've ever sailed this close to the end of the peninsula before, but I like it. Hitting 4.4, not even trying. Be nice if this wind lasted till noon, 1300. Alrighty, just did my jibe, as you can see. Trying to go the right direction. And just taking another look at the peninsula. Hey, just got the head sail out. Got it to right around 100%. Hitting over 5 now with it. I'm feeling that we're getting a little block gauge of the wind behind the peninsula. Once we get in the open waters, it might pick up again, so I'm just going to stick with this. Also, I'm very happy doing 5. I'm in no huge hurry, and the boat's nice and flat, and it's very comfortable sailing right now. Very manageable sailing. Okay, this is why it's very good to sometimes zoom in on your charts. When I was panned back, it looked like smooth sailing. I zoomed in. Since I'm kind of close to shore, I wanted to be sure. And these little diamond shapes are indicating numerous obstructions. Probably with local knowledge, it's no big deal. But I don't have that local knowledge, so I'm not going to find out. Let's sail around them. Okay, I started to get on my course line to Fairport Harbor, and it has now, it's going to be a beat, and presently I'm a little overpowered. It's a little uncomfortable. I mean, I'm flying 6'3", but I want to be comfortable, so I'm going to get some head sail in here. So yeah, it's easily blowing 15. And 15 is normally around when I throw a reef in, but reducing that head sail to about 85 helped a lot. I'm kind of on the bearing line to Fairport. I just got to make sure that bearing line doesn't go over any land. But with this wind right now, hugging shore is not a bad idea at all. Even if that stretches my distance out. Much more comfortable sailing right now. Actually kind of spilling a little wind with the main. Not a lot, but I am spilling. So as soon as I got around the head of the peninsula, the wind started to die. So I thought maybe I was in a wind shear around the peninsula, but turns out that's not the case. It's 0900, and I am now below 1 knot. And the problem is these waves are left over from the winds from the night. So I'm bouncing around. It's time to motor. I think I mentioned, I don't know if I have enough gas to finish the 80 miles I need to get back to Cleveland. I'm going to go slower than normal. I'm going to motor sail and average 4 knots and try not to burn through the gas, making sure I have enough. But you know, hopefully we're in the midst of that shift and it starts coming from the north and they pick back up and I'm able to get under sail. All right, it's 10:50. I kid you not, 10 minutes after that last video, winds picked up, filled in, I unfurled the head sail, and then it shifted on me, had me heading 60 degrees off the bearing line at 2 knots. That's not acceptable. Furled it back in, filled in again another 15 minutes later, so it's just bouncing up and down. So I'm going to give up on the furling and unfurling for a while. Feeling good about the progress I made. If I have to motor the rest of the way in light winds, I'm 99% sure I have enough gas. So getting under sail a little bit this morning certainly helped. There's 73.8 nautical miles to go. I have 44.2 nautical miles to go to Fairport Harbor. Rather than a straight shot, I'm considering anchoring up for the night somewhere, depending on the winds and sea state, of course. We'll have to figure out where. Definitely up for an anchor tonight. I'm just tired of going in and out of ports. It's a lot of work, both departing and arriving. And it's just stressful when you don't know that port because you don't know where you're going. That's about the update. I think it's going to be about this the rest of the day, so there probably won't be much filming because this is boring. I'm loving it, but to watch it, it's kind of boring. Alrighty then, it's 13:10. Winds have finally clocked around to the west, I'd say, just guessing. Enough for me to stay close to the run line. And of course, they are predicted to continue to clock more to the north, which means things get even better for me. Doing about 3.5 knots right now. Just fine, no hurry. Haven't decided if I'm sailing through the night or gonna anchor up. I think the winds will determine that.
Follow the sun, which way the wind blows when this day's done. Breathe in the air, set your intentions, dream is clear. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. A brand new moon, a brand new sun.
Alrighty, I don't know what time it is, who cares? Absolute spectacular sailing today, finally for a change. Probably 1 in the afternoon, I don't know. The wind finally shifted to the west, northwest, so I got under full canvas on a close hauled, which was taking me slightly port left of the run line, but only by a few degrees. Now just shifted to more to the north, and I've picked up pace, hitting 4.5. I have some sail adjustment and auto helm adjustment to do to get her balanced, but I just couldn't wait to report this. And I think it's only going to get better throughout the day, as long as they stay about, they're about 10 to 12 right now. Perfect! Absolutely perfect. Doesn't get any better than this. Okay, it's approaching 1,500 hours, and this has been much needed sailing. The trip has been tough. My canvas has not been up enough. Still got about 55 nautical miles to go, but this stretch of sailing is reminding me of why I love doing this, because it's just been so freaking awesome. Okay, it's 16:41 on July 28th, and in the distance I can see Perry's nuclear power plants. Which is my first indication that I'm home, if you will. Look at that water. Just sparkling. Oh my God, that is gorgeous. All right, the sun just set. Have, wow, 38.1 nautical miles to go to Cleveland. Just napping for a few hours, actually. Got 3.65 nautical miles off the course line to the right. As the wind shifted. Under mainsail alone with a preventer, if you can see it hanging there. And it's gorgeous. I am doing 475 with winds astern. But quartering, which is just gorgeous. And I think they're going to stay steady this way tonight. That means I get to go through the night like this without any worries. It's actually been too easy. Do some adjustments here. Get on a better course line. But with 37.5 to go, I'm not stopping. Thought I was going to stop. I'm not stopping. I'm going through. This is just too wonderful to have it end. So about 22 nautical miles ahead of me, I can see Cleveland, Ohio. It's amazing. Hitting about 4.5 to 5 knots without trying. I'm sure my sails are not set correctly. Yeah, it's kind of dark out here right now because it's midnight. Still got about 6 hours to go. And feeling very accomplished. Stars have been amazing tonight. So have these sounds. Alrighty, it is what is it? It's Monday, July 29th. 0350. 5.5 from the east breakwall entrance. Sailing along nicely, and I was also sleeping, but things got weird. Winds have really picked up and right on the nose, so I got my sails in and I'm motoring now. I'm motoring hard, actually. I'm not even sure if I want to go to my slip tonight. I mean, this morning. Just because of the wind direction. It's right on the nose. We'll see. Worst case scenario, I'll anchor up outside of Whiskey Island Marina. What a long day it's been. Jeez. But I'm extremely happy to be this close and almost home. Okay, it's 05010. Oh. Close to 23 hours on the water. My head's not clear. Coming into the east entrance. Not been a cakewalk. That wall is about ready to kill me. I just can tell. But, oh my God, what a sight. What a glorious sight Cleveland is right now. Okay, approximately 24 hours ago, I departed Erie, PA at 6:40 in the morning. And it's exactly 6:40 right now. I am home safely, soundly. Well, maybe not soundly, but safely. And there's living a dream. I am beat up, dirty, disgusting, and so is she. Look at that. She needs some tender, loving care. Oh my God, she's been through a lot. But you know what? It was worth it. And even though it's 6:40 in the morning, before I fall asleep for God knows how long, it's time for that. Oh my God, that's a big bourbon. But it's time for that bourbon and beer. And then I'm going to be out until God knows when. What a trip. Oh. I can't wait to wake up and start enjoying this because it was something.
When I was young, I tried to build a paper plane, but my head told me no. My parents sat me down and they tried to explain that I had some time to grow. But I stayed up all night until I got it right, and in the morning I screamed, hey, look, I made it. When I was young, I tried to build a paper plane, but my head told me no. But I knew I was special, and when I didn't believe, I'd remember the moments when my family